Welcome to Mr. McZombeard's Make Stuffs channel. The first episode. First episode. What is the first episode? First episode. First episode. Big blood. Big blood. First episode. Did I just say first episode? I did. First episode?
First episode.
Yeah, this is the first episode. What is the first episode? What is Mr. McZombeard's Make Stuffs channel? Why are we here? Well, I'm a zombie. I'm not that kind of zombie. I'm probably not that kind of zombie either. How did I get here? Let me tell you what I do remember. I once was a middle school art teacher. I was at work, it was a great day teaching middle school art, yeah, art. And then I noticed a child who seemed, are you okay? Not a little off that day. Are you all right? You don't look very well today. Do you need to go to the office and call home? Flash forward. I find myself devouring somebody. And I had this epiphany, this realization that I was eating somebody. I didn't want to be that kind of zombie. I wanted to create. So I went on a search and I discovered this place, an abandoned house, secret door, Mr. McZombeard's Make Stuff Studio. So welcome. What are we going to do here? We're going to make stuffs. We will make things. Hopefully on the zombie side of things. Creepy, ambiguous, things to make you wonder, not really to make you run, a little things to make you scared. But I hope you join along and enjoy the process. That's what this channel is about, is the zombie process of making art. Okay, here's store-bought control. I'm gonna spoon it out. Just on a flat surface, just to look at it, that's just laid out flat. Then I'm gonna hold it and tilt it to see how it flows. Dark. It looks like what I would call older blood. Fresher blood is more red, it's brighter. Most people? Yeah, it is. It's fresher, it's brighter. Let's drop a drop on just to see what it looks like. Ooh, there's a drop. Nice sound. Sound of dripping blood, sound of breaking glass, a couple of my favorites. Okay, there's our control. I like to make fake blood, and this is kind of tasty. If I didn't mention or emphasize enough already, this stuff's gonna stain. Red is notorious in wine, in juices, in fruits, ketchup, rust. It stains. All right, what I like to do is create a simple syrup. Powdered sugar dissolves easily in water. We'll add quite a bit of powdered sugar to start off with. It's not thick enough. Like I said, we'll need quite a bit of sugar. For that amount of water, I might end up putting the whole thing in. I guess that's one of the problems with not having pre-mixed recipes. That sounds like it might want to be syrupy. That sounds like it might want to be syrupy. That's loud. I hope I don't attract any other zombies or peoples. Okay, we'll add some red right off the bat just to see what it looked like as a bright red. I don't know how many drops that was. 15. Pretty nice so far. We'll get it darker. Yeah, it's really pink. Okay, are we up to like 30 drops? 30 drops. Magic number. So here is where the Hersheys powder comes in, or the cocoa powder. Start out with 1 scoop. I'm gonna need more red. I like it, but not my favorite place yet. Can't make it good, make it big, still not good, paint it red. Ooh. I think that might be the right move. That was the right move. edible. Really sweet chocolate. Marshmallows, heat it up, serve it as like a Halloween night treat. Okay, here's the final test of the powdered sugar, cocoa powder, water, food coloring mix. Just spread it with a spoon. And this one, I'll let it drip. And this one will drip from an altitude. I've had a lot of experience with that sound, and that's the sound of dripping blood if I've ever heard it. Okay, here's another one. I don't have any red food coloring in my cabinet. What do I do? And I need some blood. Well, if you look in your cabinet and you have some cherry Jello, raspberry Jello, red dye number 40, try that for some red. Here's the cranberries that I've been hydrating. And for thickener and for darkness, our chocolate syrup. Mix them up, get them blended. And then the close comparison. I don't like to go too much because it's really dark. Taste test. Imaginary taste test. So good. Here is the cherry gelatin dessert, cranberry mixed with chocolate syrup. Okay. Here's the spoon rub. Beautiful. Do some drip. Let's see. See if that chocolate made it more sticky. Good run. Good blood run. And then the drips. Silence for the drips. All right, this next recipe for fake blood is a real standard one that I've seen a bunch of times online. Red food coloring, chocolate syrup, and corn syrup. Syrup. I've never learned how to say that. Just looking at these ingredients, it's gonna be sticky. This is sticky. Did I say this is gonna be sticky? This is gonna be a sticky recipe. Start out with just the corn syrup so you can just see how thick that stuff is. Wow. The red dye in first. I want to see the red dye mix in. We'll start out with there's 2 drops, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 large drops. All right, let's look at that. More red, and we'll start to darken it up. That's the darkener, our chocolate syrup. Okay, we're going to test this one now. No, darker. Let's do our test on a clean piece of paper. And run the spoon across it. Nice. Let's see how thick and how it drips. That's been slower than the other ones. And then, my favorite sound, one of my favorite sounds, breaking glass and dripping blood. They kind of stayed controlled. They didn't splatter out like the other ones did. There's the mix of chocolate syrup, red dye number 40, and corn syrup. What should we do for the next one? I we've used a lot of things. So what I did was went into the cabinet and pretended like this is what I might have around. We're gonna call this blood, next blood, everything but the kitchen sink zombie blood. I just thought it'd be ridiculous to put these two things together and see what they look like. I think they'd make blood. This is what I had under my kitchen sink, and it'd be ridiculous. Ketchup and strawberry preserves. Part of the enjoyment is looking at that unnatural, like, substance claiming to be natural, dripping into the blender. Ketchup. Okay, let's blend that up and look at it. I'm excited to try this one. Never tried it, never seen it done. First time. Actually, right now it looks like that weird old Campbell's soup from a can mix. The smell is atrocious. Okay. Tastes like baby food. It's not even close to being as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, but the color, it's a waste right now, so let's just add cherry Jello. I'm gonna put the red cherry Jello in it. Let's test it. Let's look at this one. It's quite bright. Let's try it. Let's look at it. It's thick. That's pretty good looking blood. Okay, now let's do the drip test. Good thick consistency. Okay, now my favorite, the drip test. Let's see how this splatters. It doesn't splatter far. All right, the last one is a really easy one. It's one of my favorites, and we're gonna make a bunch of it and use it tonight, today, right now, this dusk. This recipe is my zombie go-to recipe. It's easy, it's accessible, it's self-contained. I don't even need the blender for this one. Syrup, maple syrup, red food coloring. I just like to take off the lid. Let's drip this in. It's already brown. It's thick. It's corn syrup, mostly. It's gonna taste like pancake. It's gonna taste like breakfast. Breakfast on your arm. We'll take that and mix it. Shake it up. That's pretty nice. Let's test it. Spoonful. That's great. Simple, easy. This is my go-to one. You will see it used. It's pretty thick. I like the thickness. I like how it runs. It sticks. It's gonna be sticky. The drip test. I think we'll go straight to the bottle. Ooh. Really thick. It didn't splatter, but it looks great. Last recipe. Now on to the surprise end of the show. Make sure that you watch the next episode. This is the first episode. I'm super excited. Surprise ending. Surprise! Okay, as promised, here we are at the surprise ending. I love to make stuffs and I love to have a good time, but I don't want things to get into my eyes. Let me begin with my syrup, my favorite easy, cheap recipe. That doesn't feel right. Got all this fake blood, eyes covered, ready for the grand finale, the big surprise. That's it. Here we have it. Thanks for watching.